Yo, what up, Falcons fam? It's your boy Toby D, and you know what it is, faith football fans. Now, of course, like I told you, usually when the Falcons win, Tuesdays is when I'm going to do my thing and put it out. But I'm going to add an extra incentive and start doing more videos throughout the week. I do apologize for that. I was doing that a lot in the off season, and I got very lazy, just doing about one a week, and that was usually after the Falcons either win or lose. And I do apologize to those that have been listening to me. Please forgive me about that. I'm going to do better starting this week. But I want to shout out to the Packers for losing this game. Basically, I know that sounds crazy, but I got tired of hearing all the talk. Aaron Rodgers is coming in here with little weapons. I can't stand Troy Aikman, to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. Every time he commentates, and I think he really gets under my fingernails, because when the Falcons beat down the Carolina Panthers, they chimed him in. They were already calling the game. And he says, well, I'm wondering, is Falcons just that good, or is Carolina just that bad? And when I found out he was commentating this game, I was like, oh man, he's gonna be talking about Green Bay this, Green Bay that, giving us little respect, having all kind of negative things to say. And lo and behold, he did. And I was so glad we won that game, and the way that we won that game and how we competed. We did not allow Aaron Rodgers them to intimidate us, not from an offensive standpoint, that is. Yes, our defense did struggle with the so-called no names that they had other than Jordy Nelson. But listen, guys, this is Aaron Rodgers. These guys have other guys that fit the scheme and what they're trying to do, and it clearly showed. Even without Randall Cobb, Ty Montgomery, Eddie Lacy, James Starks, so what? We won the game. We got the W. At the end of the day, that is all that matters. And the way we got it, because once again, the refs was trying to take it away from us again. But we managed to fight back, and we won with the 4-minute drill that we were in. 3 minutes, 58 seconds. Came down, drove down wonderfully, leaving Aaron Rodgers 31 seconds on the clock, which is clearly too much time, because remember, before the half was completely over, they went down and kicked a field goal for 3 points with only 27 seconds left in the game and before halftime. So they were confident that they felt that they could do it again. Aaron Rodgers tries to rely on his boy Jordy Nelson, who almost got knocked out by a hard hit by Keanu Neal, catching him as he's coming out of the air, hitting the ground. But hey, shouts out to the Falcons defense, at least, for making a final stand, allowing us to get out with that win 33-32. I now have a Packers fan who owes me big time. He's got to be geared up in my Falcons gear, and I will be taking pictures and tweeting that out. Now, I'm not going to talk about that Green Bay game too much more other than to say this, though. Taylor Gabriel, since he's been in the games that he's been in, the Falcons have been 5-0 in those games that he's been in. If you notice, the games that he hasn't played, which was against the Seattle Seahawks and the San Diego Chargers, the Falcons lost. But since he's been there, 5-0, guys. Now, will that stat continue as he stays healthy and plays along? We shall see. But that was just something I felt I had to throw out there. And how about Austin Hooper for stepping up when Jacob Tamme goes down? Now, a lot of people, if you watch that game, though, you will notice that Austin Hooper actually started that game for the Falcons. So I think the 8th week looks like when they were trying to see, now that Austin Hooper has had 8 weeks of football with the Falcons, see where he's really at. And he's shown that he is capable and ready to step up. Now with Jacob Tamme gone, of course, I think Josh Perkins will now be promoted up to be able to play, because we carry 3 tight ends with Levine Toilolo on the roster into games. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, there's nothing to talk about with the Green Bay game. We won it again. We're 5-3. Offense has really shown up for us. Defense, I think They're going to get it together. I don't know when, but the one thing I'm excited about, guys, we're getting sacks. And how about we can possibly go into this Tampa Bay game, and it was noted today through 92.9 the game, that we can go into this game already tying up our total from last season and could break that with maybe 20, 21, 22 sacks, because the Falcons, as you know, have been collecting sacks in bunches. And I haven't seen that in a long time. And I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen that. You guys, please comment and let me know when you can remember a year that has happened. But Vic Beasley is balling. It's been a long time since we've had a guy in the top 5 in sacks, let alone top 2 in sacks in the NFC. That's exciting. And I'm just excited about this team. It's going to be tough these next 8 weeks, man. Starting Thursday night against the Bucs. I'm going to talk about that game more extensively. But it's going to be something interesting to watch and see how things continue to unfold. Of course, Tevin Coleman looks like he will be out again Thursday night, but there's no final word according to Dan Quinn. He has to see how he's going to do in the rehab run that he has to do. Of course, with him not practicing, probably will mean he will not play. But Tyron Ward stepped up big with Devontae Freeman in the game against Green Bay. And we were able to run on a team that was stingy most of the year, not allowing a lot of run plays on them consistently since they started the season. And to get the 90 yards that we got, that helped them stay honest. And we were able to pull that win out and score. They weren't allowing a lot of points either, but we was able to manage to score points on them. And shouts out to the Falcons offense, man. They have not scored under 20 plus points since the season began. That's exciting. But you know what? I'm not going to say too much on it. The W is what we wanted. We got it. Hey, please comment. Share with me your sides of things. Again, faith football fans. Toby D. Peace. I'm out.